So today we are in the stunning city of Chieti, and we've got a farmhouse that's just 5 minutes outside of this incredible place. Just wait while you see this one. So good morning from the stunning city of Chieti. What a beautiful place this is. Still got the Christmas decorations up. It is only the 8th of January. And these have been put here for when the Christmas market was on. Obviously all of that is finished now. But as you can see, it is an absolutely stunning place. And luckily for us, this city was classed as a free city during the Second World War, so it didn't get bombed from above. So a lot of the original buildings are still very much here in their full glory. How beautiful is that? Don't you just love palazzos like that? Absolutely incredible. So there's many different parts to Chieti. There's different quarters, but I want to bring you to the main street, which is obviously this, just to give you an idea of what it's like here. But there are some fantastic places you can explore for forever in this place. I'm going to take you for a walk down this main street, and then at the very end there is a stunning cathedral that I will take you inside to see as well. So, are you ready for this little walk? It's not too far. There are some fantastic buildings down here as well. This is a beautiful church in the centre. But I will save the church visit for the cathedral at the end. And one of my favourite parts of Chieti is this area here. Look at this building here. Camera di Commercio, which I've completely forgot what the name is in English now. What a beautiful building. What a stunning building. It's really funny actually, because you're not seeing it, but it's almost like people here are not used to seeing cameras. And I've got so many people looking at me. But there you go. Let's head down this way. The main council offices are down here. Today I've got a treat of a property that, this is where the Christmas markets were. They had all of these all the way down the street. The property is literally 5 minutes in the car from here, probably less than 5 minutes. It took us no time at all to get here, and it's a detached property that is in an absolutely incredible area. It's a street into the countryside, and it's full of really nice villas. It's a beautiful area, and this property needs some restoration work, but for the price, for where it is and for what can be done, is fantastic. Everywhere you look, there's these stunning buildings. Then you get the odd horrible one that's modern man has built, but there you go. There's also little areas down these side streets. There's all sorts of little areas that where you'll find Roman ruins, and it's quite strange because it's almost like it's not advertised. It's like nobody wants you to know where anything is. Which is a bit like Abruzzo in general. It's got everything, but nobody really wants you to know where anything is. They want to keep it private. This is the main government office, and there is a beautiful bar which is probably going to be closed. It is. Oh no, it's not. I'm going to walk just to show you this. Cafe Vittorio it's called. It almost looks like Victorian England. I can imagine people saying no it doesn't. It's a really, it's quite a retro bar. It's like something out of the 70s, but it's a very popular place to come and have aperitivo. What a great place. It's almost like a miniature Rome. Absolutely stunning. Let's carry on. This video is probably going to be one of my longer ones. You don't mind though, do you? Oh, and that's where you go for immigration. If you're going to if you're getting a visa here, the police there that deal with immigration. This is another beautiful part of town where the theatre is. You just can't help but look up when you're in these places. I really love this building here. So the theatre, look, you can get the odd medieval castle tower. This one here, absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can navigate this roundabout without getting run over. Let's do it all'italiano. In other words, we just walk. Don't wait for anybody. This is the theatre here. Absolutely incredible theatre. If you look at that on the internet, Teatro Marocchino. That is absolutely beautiful inside there. So you have different parts of town down here as well. You have a park at the opposite side of town. I want to bring you to show you the cathedral, and then we'll head down to the house. I'm not doing too bad for time, 6 minutes so far, that's alright. I know some people say I talk too much on these videos, but don't you just love, today is, what day is it today? It's Wednesday today. It must be a day where some of these businesses are shut. But look at this, this is a beautiful jeweller shop from 1840. Look at the detail around those windows. I don't know if it's coming across. And up there at the top, absolutely amazing. The great thing about Chieti, obviously it is a big town or a city, but it's you're straight out in the countryside after a few minutes in the car. It's not that you have half an hour stuck in traffic waiting to get out. You're literally 5 minutes out of here and you're in the glorious countryside. And we're now coming up to the most famous of the cathedrals here. Just wait while you see this one. Look at this. How stunning is that? And this has been newly done, this piazza here, and they're expecting a number of bars to take over some of these old shops. What beautiful buildings they are. Look how incredible this is. That's the courts there. Absolutely. You say the word. Say it. I've heard you say it. Incredible place. Shall we have a look inside this? Just look at the detail. Don't know if my camera's picking it all up. I will show you in here. Obviously I will go quiet while I'm in there for a change. And there's another part of this cathedral down here will come out through that entrance that's sort of a chapel within a chapel, if you like, and it's That is incredible, so I'm going to show you in there as well. Let's have a look. So the Cathedral of San Giustino, if I remember right, from the 11th century. I just love the detail around this. Amazing. Okay, let's go inside. Isn't this stunning? Absolutely beautiful. I do want to try and get down to the other part of the church, but I'm not sure if I can get to it from here. Behind those doors there. I'll give it a go. Let me just look at this part first. Look at the detail in here. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Let's head. Church bells. Always a good sign. Let's head down here because this part is really, really stunning. If the door's open. Buongiorno. What a truly magical place. And this is a strange piazza in the sense of it's right in the middle of the town. There's very few people here. It's actually quite peaceful amongst the chaos of city life. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I hope you enjoyed that quick visit of the cathedral and a quick visit of Chieti. Do try and add these things onto our video to show you what the area is like. As I said, the property is 5 minutes drive out of the town, and it's immersed in some beautiful countryside. Are you ready? Are you ready to head down to the area where the property is? Let's do it. So this is the area of the house, and I'm in love with this area. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's sort of a little hamlet. You basically go up here, and 5 minutes you're in the centre. For you to walk, it is a bit uphill, but there's all nice villas. Everything's really well looked after, and I really love this church as well. It's a little church. I was hoping it was open. It's like a little chapel. You'll see shortly how close to the town or to the city we are. Look how beautiful this is. You really get that sense of community when there's a centre almost to these hamlets. And I don't know if you can see just through these bushes here, but that's the town. In fact, the cathedral where we just done the video is just poking up above the roof there, so you're really close to beautiful Chieti. And I did notice as well that we are on the bus run here, so you've got fantastic public transport. They don't run through the night, but as you can see here, from 7 o'clock in the morning, hopefully you can see that, until 8:05 going upwards. Then obviously there's coming back down, but that's the company, if you want to look into that further. So public transport right on your doorstep. It's just a beautiful neighbourhood, and the house is that one straight in front. What do you think of that? I think this place is really special, especially for the price. It does need some work. And it needs some reasonably urgent work doing, because there's a terrace at the back of the property that needs to be sealed properly. But they're all works that, I don't know, they're simple enough works because the terrace is there. You've got easy access to it. I'll show it you. But it has, some water has come through into the living area, so some of the plasterboard has come down. But it's just work. It's just one of those things. It just needs doing, and that's why it's priced the way it is. Obviously, to get these things sorted out, we know the people who can help you organise all of this, and if you wanted to do the whole place up, we have some great contacts for that kind of thing that speak perfect English as well. What do you think of this place? I think it looks amazing. Obviously the original house would have just come, it wouldn't have had that terrace behind, so the original house would have just been sort of 2 at the bottom, 2 upstairs. It's very traditional looking. I am guessing, I'm not 100% certain, but the walls are quite thick, and in this area they didn't always use stone. I'm trying to find one that's similar, but often they use the antique bricks. So I've got a feeling that this could be all beautiful bricks underneath, which would be amazing to restore. The roof, obviously I can't get onto the roof, but looking at it from here, all looks in reasonable condition. The usual copy tiles and there's no signs of any water coming through from upstairs. It does have a garden, it has a driveway as well, but obviously it's all covered over. The garden, it's not a huge garden, it's just perfect size for me. So this belongs, this gate and this gate for the car. Services close by, they look like, obviously these must be electric boxes. I'm presuming there's gas in this area because there's gas pipes here. So there, it does have the pipe works for radiators, but it doesn't have the radiators or the boiler. But again, with properties like this, to be fair, it's worth spending the money on them and getting everything up to date, because the location for me here is better than this. I don't think you can get, to be honest with you. Absolutely amazing. And the villas, the houses around, there's a beautiful villa just down here. The houses around are all really well looked after. Let's do the quick 360 so you can see your nearest neighbours. And the next door's house is beautiful as well. I've just met the person as well, very nice. They've got lemon and orange trees as well growing there. So imagine this all done out. How traditional is this? And to be in this location, very, very unique. I'm blown away with it, to be honest with you. So we'll do the house shortly. Let's have a quick look around the garden area. So as I say, it's not huge. It goes down to approximately where the end of this white fence. I'm waiting for the map to come to be 100% certain. But you can pretty much see down here shortly that there's a natural border. These two buildings, apart from there's nothing to this building. The roof's gone on it by the looks of it. I think I would just get rid of that. And so the land, the garden goes now. I've been told it goes down to this wall here, but to be on the safe side for now, I'm going to say it runs along this line to these couple of trees here, olive trees. Look at this one, it's a really old one, beautiful. And then this part at the back of the house, and obviously to the other side of the house. So this side looks completely different. But there's work. This is obviously all an extension, this part here. This middle bit's the bathroom. You'll see when we go in, that's been included in the house, part of the house, part of the lounge, whereas this side is a separate cantina, but that could be included, I would say, into the house as well. So hopefully you can see the town now above the garage, or the city. So not a huge amount of land, but just enough. Then there's a post here. So obviously this part here belongs to the house, and that runs then to the end down there. Obviously we are in the countryside. It looks like people have got an allotment here, so they use these things for water. They maybe store wood, but you could just simply put a nice hedge. It doesn't have to be high. Even if it was 1.5 meters, you'd get rid of all of that, and you've got some beautiful views. Obviously we're in winter time now, so it's a little bit brown, but there's some vineyards just over here, so some nice hedge in here would just finish that off perfectly well. And I don't know if it's coming out of, obviously somebody's having a fire the other side of the valley that's ruining that, but you can see the high mountains over there as well. So here to the ski resorts, it would take you probably about half an hour. It's this fantastic road. Once you get to the bottom of here, straight road straight into the mountains, and then you're about probably 15-20 minutes from the coast, if that. What a location. Really am blown away by this one. As I say, it does need work, bear that in mind, but getting farmhouses and things like that at these sorts of prices in this kind of location, you would always expect that. So this obviously side garden. You can see where the house originally, literally just straight down there, was the original house. So quite easy to, relatively easy to maintain. Obviously you do have a gate for a car here, so I would suggest possibly this area could be used as parking. I think that would work perfectly well. Either this area or straight in front of you at the other side, whichever you decided to do. What are you thinking so far? I absolutely love it. Like I say, it's the location as well. Amazing location. I don't think in all the years I've done this I've ever found anything just outside a city that has the countryside feel and this traditional Italian feel. This has to be the first, especially at this price as well. Are you ready to do inside the house? Let's do it. Coming into the main entrance, we have these standard gold doors that you find all over Italy. The person that made these originally must be one of the richest people in the world, because every house in Italy, I think, has gone through a stage of having these gold doors. I'm not sure. Some of them are in good condition, some of them are a little bit difficult to open and close, but everything does open and close. But it would be something I would consider changing. So coming in, we have newish tiles again. Some of the tiles are blown. This has not been lived in for such a long time, but some of the tiles have lifted a little bit in the bedroom. But again, they're all cosmetic things that you would probably want to redo anyway. This place is all about the location and the space. It does have pipe work in for radiators, but there are no radiators here, and there's no boiler here, so obviously you have to factor that in as well. So this is the hallway. It's a simple layout. To our left we have the kitchen. The other great thing about this property, there's no electrics on. Everything is, and the sun's quite low because it's winter time, but there's 2 or 3 windows in every room, so that's really good. It does have a fireplace in here. That's a working fireplace, and this is a good size kitchen, and the kitchen actually is not in bad shape at all. I mean, the house is basic habitable. I would want to get rid of, possibly get a new bathroom in pretty quick. But it's one of those places where you can either come and start using it and then do things as you go along. There is some urgent work needed, which you'll see shortly, and that is definitely the terrace. That's got to be done quickly, and to be fair, you'd want to do that fairly quickly as well. But that wants to be done, and then at least everything's completely watertight. But then you could take your time over the rest, or you could just say, no, I want to get everything done all in one go. It depends on your budget and all that kind of thing. But I think this kind of property in this kind of location, you know, it's priced so well that whatever you spend on, as long as you don't go ridiculous, you're always gonna get it back. So these cupboards, as I said, they are quite. It is wood. It is actually quite a good kitchen. This one. Maybe the tops would have been better in marble or something, but they are good. Got to admit that. The sink seen possibly better days, but a bit of a clean up is fine. You've got an oven there that looks a little bit old, and the top again old, but all looks absolutely fine. Don't know if we've got any sort of dishwasher in here. It doesn't look like it. Let me see. The fridge, obviously, freezer there, fridge at the top. That's had better days. But fridges and freezers, things like that, cost very little here. So I've been told, compared to other places. Then we have, just want to see if there's any dishwasher. I don't think there is. Oh no, they're all covered. But I say the quality, is a good solid kitchen. Okay, spent quite a lot of time in the kitchen then. Then we have, at this side, you'll notice that the room's much bigger, and that's because they've gone into the cantina at the back. And to be fair, you could possibly, obviously it all needs to be checked out by a surveyor and the rest of it, but potentially you could do the same here, even if it's an archway or something, and that would make this a huge, because where you see the room at the other side, it would be a huge kitchen diner. Well, it would be the size of what you're going to see now. And again, lots of light. There's 3 windows in here. And then there's another room at the other side. So this is a big room. This is at least, I forgot my measure. I know, I'm sorry, I apologise. It's got to be at least 10 metres by 4. It's got to be, if going right to the back. So you will notice, this is what I was telling you about with the ceiling. So it has sort of come down a little bit on the floor here. It needs doing, and that's why the owners have priced, as I say, the way they have. Because to be fair, it's probably worth a bit more than this in this area where we are. So I said the property, I'm guessing it's some sort of brick. Looking at the thickness of these walls, they are a good 50 cent. I'm not saying it's stone, but I think there's a good chance it could be some sort of antique brick. But you'll only know that once you start taking off some of the plaster. So we can't guarantee that that's where it is. But either way, painted a nice colour and put some nice surrounds around the windows, or revealing stone or brick, they will all look fantastic. So let me show you this, and this is exactly the join of the terrace. It's just above us, and you can see when you go upstairs that that's where it is. Because from here onwards, from here where we are now onwards, that is all the terrace area. I will show you that shortly. So that does need to be done. To be fair, we've had a lot of rain and some snow recently. Maybe not so much snow here. So water's obviously clearly coming in, but not at a rate that's that's going to create any problems for the moment. As long as you get it done reasonably quick. But it is a great size, especially if you do what I said at the other side and tap into the back of the cantina and have that as a huge kitchen dining room, and then this purely a lounge. Or maybe you'd want to have a bedroom downstairs, because there's 2 bedrooms upstairs. So if you want an extra bedroom, you could have this as a bedroom, and you could have a bathroom down this end, because this is a nothing wall. This has just been added on to create a like a laundry type area. So obviously you could put a bathroom in here, and if you need a 3rd bedroom and you want a bedroom downstairs, you could use it as that, and then the other side have it as a living kitchen dining room. Or this would be a huge lounge, and then at the other side, kitchen dining room. So the windows, as I say, they are double glazed, and they do have these gold shutters. Some of them shut easy, some not so easy, but they're okay for now. The electrics, obviously it has the electrics, and clearly somebody has been here, but they don't look really old. The switches are not really old, but you should always consider that it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile spending the money. It's worthwhile having the new electrics and things like that, and doing everything properly. And as I keep saying, this house is well worth spending that money on. You could either do it slowly, or you could just really jump into it. Okay, so stairs. We have, just so you can see the wires at the back. I mean, they are decent thickness wires. So I dare say the electrics will work. They haven't got any of the plaques on here, so I dare say they will work. But just consider it as part of your budget. I have looked around at a couple of boxes that are open. It does seem like they may have put some newer wires in, but always worth considering a rewire. Okay, marble stairs, pretty much the standard here in Italy. So this is where the only bathroom in the house is, but there are options. Possibly you could make ensuite upstairs, because clearly the drains must go into the garden, so anything that you do at the back of the house. But we'll have a look at the bedrooms shortly to see whether or not we could get en-suites in. So this is just one of those long bathrooms. I never quite understand why they would put shower in the middle, but maybe I suppose it could here. I would get rid of this personally and have a proper shower put in. I'm always of the thoughts that showers should be down at the end, but that's just me. Plenty of room to pass by here. Obviously this suite is an older one. They must have done some work at some point, took some of the tiles off, but it is basic usable. You could just sort of do a bit of glam camping, a bit of glamping. As I was saying before, just a small hedge would just cover. At the end of the day, you're in the countryside, so people use these to water, get them filled with water, and there is somebody that's got an allotment next door, so you do expect things like that in the countryside, but easy to cover that kind of thing up. Okay, that's the bathroom with a humongous sink. Then we have stairs. There's not actually many stairs. It's quite shallow, this staircase. So you've got a few coming up there, and then a simple set coming upstairs, which we have one bedroom to the left and one to the right. Let me just show you outside first. Little balcony out the front, just for you to come and look at your kingdom. It's actually quite a nice view from here. Cause you've got the mountain range. I can actually see the ski resorts on the right hand side. You got this beautiful tree blocking some. You know what I'd be tempted to do? I would definitely say not to take it out, but I'd be tempted to take these lower branches out, just so you just got the shade at the top, because they look fantastic, these trees, when you do. Next door I've got beautiful orange and lemon trees. I'm not sure what I would do actually with the parking, thinking about it. I think I would just take part of this like a triangle and have all the parking there, I think, rather than using all of this space up. I think it'd just be and then you could start the garden just after this tree coming this way on both sides. I think that would look quite nice. Okay, let's head to bedroom number 1. They are actually good size, great size bedrooms actually. I've already seen these, but they just seem to have grown. Now this one doesn't have access to, there is a terrace beyond this, you'll see it shortly. The other place does. So again, we'd need to get somebody in to double check, but I think putting a door leading out onto the terrace there is going to be definitely worthwhile doing. Nice and light, and I would say there is enough room for an ensuite somewhere down here. This is a good size. This has got to be. You're going to really be annoyed at me, aren't you, because I haven't brought my my measurer. But let's do a quick 1, 2, 3, almost 5 meters. I was going to guesstimate that by 1, 2, about 4. So it is a great size bedroom, and in good condition as well. You can clearly see somebody has been using it as a holiday home. And again, the points for the radiators, but no radiators in there. I'll show you the views out the window. Obviously you've got the views here of the front garden, and then looking up to Chieti, which you can see straight ahead. And then coming to the side, just views over the side part of the garden. Then, and as you can see on the ceilings, there's no sign of any water coming in. Always a good sign. Everything seems to be been painted recently. Maybe not recently, but not too long ago. Then the next bedroom. We do have a few of the tiles here that's lifting up a little bit. Not sure when these tiles would have been put down, but I'm going to guess the 80s and probably early 90s. So another great size, similar size to the other one, I would say pretty much the same. So looking at this and the fact that they've got a door going out, I would say an ensuite could probably go in that corner. But again, these are all things for a geometry or similar to see. And we have got the perfect person to take care of all of this kind of thing. Superb. Again, so bright, especially having the three windows. Let's have a look out of each one. So again, we're looking out the front. Excuse me. Onto the side and looking up at the mountains. I'm not sure if that's coming through. And then we have this. So the problems from downstairs is clearly somewhere along this join. At the end of the day, all of this needs to come up. Everything needs to come up. The new waterproofing putting down and then done properly, done tiles properly. So I have no idea why they've done this sort of work, but anyway, that's all things from the past. But you can clearly see, even here, you know, the water's going to come in there. It's obvious. It's lifted a little bit there. It's obvious what needs to be done. This part where the bathroom is, they've put some sort of coating on it, and also the other side looks like they've done the same there. But I'll just try and lift this up a little bit. But to me, again, eventually, this kind of coating is not. It needs doing properly. This needs to be done. But a great size terrace and beautiful views as well. The sun's right in our eyes. But absolutely beautiful, stunning views. You got Ripatiatina, I think that is over there. I think I'm right saying that, which is the birthplace of the family of the famous boxer Rocky Marciano. I don't know if it was mum or dad or both of them that were born there. Then you're just getting a little bit of the edge of Chieti, obviously here up on the hillside. But this is a great sized terrace. Now this in the middle is where the bathroom is, so that can't be. Obviously originally this was probably just one huge terrace. But having two separate terraces, one from each bedroom, is actually quite nice. I quite like that. You could do something clever here. What would you do? What would you do that's clever here? Let me know. Maybe put a little bit of a roof on it if you're allowed to. Maybe have a bit of storage underneath. Wow, that for an idea. Okay, so again, let's look over the edge. So you can see that the land just to the left of the tree, you can pretty much see. Now I've got everybody coming by, bikes and everything. You can pretty much see the line that goes down to the post then at the bottom, and then comes in and around the back of these garages. So you have got quite a nice triangle. You could maybe have a little above ground pool in there or something like that. But you could certainly have a really nice garden area and just make it just close it off here a little bit. As you can see, as I said before, these are allotments here, so people are using them. But that's nice as well. You get to know your neighbours. But there are some beautiful properties here. I said this road drops straight down onto a main road at the bottom and takes you straight to the coast. Or you turn right and go straight into the mountains. This location is absolutely superb. It really, really is. Oh well, folks, what do you think of this one? I absolutely love this one. I really do. Yes, it needs some work, but hey, the price makes it so you imagine doing all of the things that we've been talking about and revealing brick if there is brick, or painting it up really nice and some nice surrounds around the windows, and this kind of location, this property would just be absolutely amazing. Shall we do final thoughts? Shall we do it? Let's do it. Before I do final thoughts, I always forget something, don't I? So at the back of the kitchen area, so obviously the kitchen through there, I did say potentially, obviously we need to check, but like the living room, they knocked through into this part that's behind. But thinking about it, because the living room is huge, and there's potential in that living room that's plenty big enough to have a dining room as well, this could become a third bedroom if you wanted it to be one. There's a few cobwebs in here, because this is a good size as well. Oh, there's a bus passing. Look, there it is. It's the number 5 bus apparently. There you go. Let me get rid of this cobweb. This is the biggest cobweb I've ever seen in my life. As long as there's nothing, as long as there's nothing attached to it. So this could be easily a third bedroom if needed. Now obviously it's been used as a cantina, so somewhere to traditionally it would have been used to make the sauces and storage and whatever else people used to do in those days. But there is plumbing in the corner, because of course the bathroom is sort of above us, if you like, slightly above us. So the pipe works are outside, but this could easily be, you could almost actually make it like a little independent unit, to be fair. Could probably have a bathroom maybe in that corner. This, I'm just throwing an idea out, okay? But you have a bathroom potentially there, bed up against the wall here, yeah, and then here where I am, you could maybe just have a small kitchen just run along this wall. Bearing in mind, you can get 2-meter kitchens in places like IKEA, you know, and Mondo Convenience for like €1,000, sometimes even less. Just to have it as a little self-contained. Maybe you don't want to do that, but it could be a third bedroom, or it could be potentially knocked into the other kitchen. You've got options. But I quite like the idea of having a little independent, maybe you want to rent it out. Or maybe when you've got those visitors that just do your head in a little bit after a day, you could put them in here and say, there you go, here's your place, enjoy your holiday. Okay, I'm glad I remembered this little part, it's quite important. Shall we do final thoughts? Let's do it. So my final thoughts on this one: stunning location, absolutely stunning location. I really am. It's the first time I've been to this part of Chieti, and I'm really impressed. And the fact that you have buses on your doorstep as well. To be honest with you, I sometimes say this about places. I would move to this location, definitely. I love where I am, don't get me wrong. But if I needed the public transport and wanted to be close to a city like that, I think it is absolutely perfect. You've got neighbours around you. It's clearly lived in, the area. I don't see any abandoned places. Really beautiful. And yet you're just really close to the town. And I think the potential in here and the size in here, everything about it, I love. Things like this don't worry me at all, because these can be resolved. Needs to be resolved. It needs to be done quickly. Needs to be resolved. We've got a fantastic person who we work with who speaks perfect English. His work is amazing, and he will take care of all of this kind of thing and get this done and get it sealed up. To me, if you were to see my house when I bought it, this is completely habitable compared to that. And as I was saying earlier, it is one of those properties that you could move into. Definitely get that work done. I would potentially get this done as well. If I was going to get 2 things done, it would be balcony, get this done. Sorry, terrace, seal that up, get the bathroom done, and then the rest you could sort of live with for now. Or you could just go for it. But I really do think this is a very, very special place. I stand by every property that we put on YouTube. They're selected for a reason, and I really do stand by this one in a big way, as I do all the others. Lots of space, lots of potential. Yes, it's 2 beds. Some people may need a slightly bigger one, but you could do something clever downstairs. As I say, you've got that room at the back that I mentioned that could potentially be another bedroom if you wanted a 3rd bed and you didn't want to make the kitchen bigger. There's lots of options. So it could easily be 3 beds, easily. Amazing. Absolutely love it. Okay, folks, you know what to do, don't you? And you know what I'm going to say. Thank you so much for the support. Look forward to bringing you lots of new content throughout 2025 and onwards into many, many years to come. I get so enthusiastic about these places. I'm always enthusiastic about the area because it's amazing. And as I said before, I stand by every property that we put on our Saturday videos because they are superb. And I just love getting people into them. There's nothing more satisfying than people enjoying their lives in this incredible area. So folks, whatever you do, whatever you're doing, stop straight away. Remember, all emails are dealt with in date and time order. Send an email to info@ahomeinitaly.com. Write as the subject video property and the date of the video property, the date it was published. It will be written in the description. And whatever you do, do not miss this one.